3 and 4. Count what you have now, don't count what you don't have.
Good morning, gamers, and welcome back to Hellstorm Wargaming. So sorry, I had a couple of things to sort out before I went live. Welcome. Hope you're all doing well. My name's Mikey. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all having a great day. How is everyone? Let me know who's watching, where you're watching from, and what's occurring. What is occurring in the land of Warhammer today? So sorry I was late. Hello, everyone. Hello. Good morning, dear Wag. How are you? When you see Mikey hard at work pre-stream. I know, I was literally hard at work. Let's go, baby. I'm about to buy some and put on my whole army. So interested in your opinion. You're going to put on an army? You're going to wear it? What? Straight up vibing to this banger. It is a banger. Yeah. Was your YouTube able to crank up the sound to his streams? Are your speakers broken? Are your speakers dead? Posted potential drama in video suggestions. Never click faster. It's already dead. It's already dead. Let's have a look. I'm waiting first. At the end of his turn, I use Realms of Chaos to hide Relicore and a Bloodthirster. Deep Strike Relicore within 3 of one of his units. You can't throw this at me as soon as I go live. Now I'm like really thinking. There's this new post. Demon Deep Strike turn 1. God, I've been live for less than 2 minutes. Recently I had an argument with my opponents whether or not the demon... I'm going to do this in a few minutes. I'm going to do that in a few minutes, okay? I'll do it in a minute. I'm already getting distracted. Hello. Welcome. Just the comment. Yeah, we'll look at it for you. Mr. Q, thank you so much for the gifted. Thank you so much for the gifted, my brother. You're a star, mate. Thank you so much. Thanks for supporting me. Really appreciate it. But also, we are trying to hit 10 members every single stream. Bernie, welcome. We got 1 member so far. We need another 9. 10 members every single stream. I might even spin a wheel. It's about the rules designer. Okay. Why? Wait, dude, you have birthday girl in the background. Yeah, I know. It's my birthday. Do you take your birthday cards down the day after your birthday? No, you don't. At work, doing my usual Wednesday cleaning 3D printed pre-orders in an empty office to Mikey's soothing tones. Why do you work alone, Dioag? You need a friend. Am I your friend? Is that what we're saying? I'm your friend. Wheel, the orange paper is still available. The orange paper is still available, yeah. It's a Reddit comment, so take with a mountain of salt. Interesting. Morning from Liverpool, so now my mate's new phone. He's a complete tenophobe. Oh, what phone's he got? Good morning, Gaz. I'm on a couch. Cool. Cool, great. Getting my Desolation Marines ready for OFCC this weekend. What's OFCC? Hey, Big C! Thank you so much for the gifted, my brother. You're a star, mate. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, if you won a prize on Monday, they're all getting packed and all getting taken at the same time. So none of them have been shipped. Well, they'll be shipped before the end of the week. So I've been packing basically all past few days. So, Big C, thank you so much for the support, mate. And Mercenary Key, thank you so much as well. But welcome. Ordo Fanaticas Club Championship. Nice. Nice. I've actually got a really, really busy weekend lined up ahead. And I can only tell you a little bit about it. Because one, legally, could only tell you a little bit about it. And the other bit, not legally, but doing a solid, it's for another channel. We're working with, doing a big collab. It's going to be fun. So, I'm painting this guy. This bad boy. Da-da, da-da-da-da. Would it be fun? Would be fun. It's really busy. Hellstormwargaming. I feel like I'm not putting out any content, but everything I'm doing is massive right now. But yeah, so I'm painting this guy from the Gaunt's Ghosts, which would be really fun. Let's just say it's going to be a Titanic collaboration. It's going to be very cool. So he's cool. You might have seen yesterday I was painting some clones, which is fun. I've been painting Shatterpoint. So we painted Mandalorians a few weeks ago. I've now finished painting the clones. I only started painting them the other day. I've really, really enjoyed it. And I've half painted Ahsoka. So I've only got Ahsoka and Anakin left from the starter box, which is pretty lit. But also, I've dug out a new, my old toy, even. Now, OG members of the channel, right? For a video that's coming out next week. OG members of the channel might recognise this. This, everyone, is an electronic microscope, a USB microscope. Okay, let's just change the overlay. Let's just do this, right? Let's see if it'll work. Will it work? Even if I plugged it in afterwards? Yes. Hello, everyone. This is me now. What have we got on my table? Let's look at this. Tell me what this is. If anyone guesses, I'll give you £3. I'll gift you £3 via PayPal. Well, except for being very dusty. I know I'm not on screen. I'm sorry. I'll sit over here. Hello. Chaos Chose AOS? No. Amble? No. Psychophage? Closer? No. A sprue? Correct. Not correct what model it is, though. I'll give you a little bit more. I'm going to have to drop the price, though. It's going to go down to a crisp happy birthday. See what it is yet? You're in the right ballpark with Screamer, Killer, and Psychophage, but you're not right. It definitely needs a dust. But you just have to know, this is like 500% zoomed in, by the way. Zone Thrope, no. Neuroturret, no. Come on. Come on, Leapers. There we go. Organ, congratulations. He got it. It's a sprue of Leapers. How cool's that? So, for example, this is a sprue, and I was just doing this. I was just doing that. How cool's that? We could do some. I was doing some gross things with it yesterday. I was putting it on my arm. I had to drop the price. So, Chris, sorry, Organ, a happy birthday to you. Sorry for those who find skin weird. This is my arm. How cool's that? I can't even focus it. Anyway, so I'm doing a comparison of some 3D prints. So I've pulled this out again. It's too dusty to be new. You'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised. You'll be surprised when you zoom in to 500 or maybe 750%. You look at something and it doesn't look like it's dusty, but then it is. Put it in your ear. No. I put it on my nose yesterday and it was just gross. Honestly, it was gross. I'm trying to think of like something like this, for example. Oh, what is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I thought it was cork. I don't know. I think it might be a crumb or something. A crumb would have been great, actually. The gross one was my mouse mat. The gross one was my mouse mat. I did that yesterday. Do you want to see a mouse mat zoomed in? 1 second. This is what I've been fucking about with anyway. This is a neoprene mouse mat. Oh, it disconnected for some reason. It's not very reliable. How weird is that? We turn the brightness down. It's all manual, you see. Try that. Bam, bam. So you can actually see the gaps between the neoprene. You can see crumbs and everything. I'm so busy also making it enhance other things. No, literally. But no, the fun one, the reason I've got this is because I wanted to, like, as a sneak preview for people who watch live. Thank you for watching live. Appreciate you. Sneak preview. This is a 3D print. Right? So I did this a year ago. Or maybe 2 years ago. Can you see the layer lines? They are like... They're like... Oh, the fucking... It's gone now. I don't know why I don't just do this. You can see plenty. They're like less than... You can't see them, but they are there. Got to improve the anti-aliasing. Bro. This cam don't impressive. It's also like £9. It's also like £9. It's so stupid. It's just a USB microscope. So I bought it a couple of years ago and I did a video comparing 3D prints. I'm going to do one again with the Saturn 3 and then the Saturn 1. So I printed the same models. But like you think, oh my god, that's covered in layers. Can you do the evaluations with prints of Shrek? So you think like, oh my god, that's like got so many layers. Like you're looking at the teeth on this. Right? And that is like crazy zoom as well. But that's what we're looking at. The teeth. Just one tooth on this thing. This is obviously very small. So you can't even see those layers. But they are there. But I thought it's interesting, right? Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy that little journey with the microscope? So that's what I found that out last night. Because I'm doing another video with it. Where I'm looking at Saturn 3 versus Saturn 1. But that's the Saturn 3. That's like crazy high resolution, and you can still see the layer lines. But obviously we're zooming in so much. But yes, lots of exciting things happening. Have you tried one of the printers using a projector instead of a screen? I haven't, no. No, but if a company wants me to review one, or a company wants to sponsor so I can go buy one, I'm all ears. Hey Mikey, what are you painting? It's 2:30 AM for me and the late night Hellstorm stream. I'm going to be painting the Gorn guy. I don't actually know his name. Does anyone know what this guy's called? Does anyone know what this lad's called from the thumbnail? From the Ghosts? I've never read it and I don't know. I don't know what model it is. I'm sure you're painting, I'm not sure. So it's told we basically on a Wednesday we chat for a little bit, then we paint. Alfarius, thanks. Jeff, Gaunty. Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone. All your balloons empty cans shipped, I hope. Not yet, mate. They are getting packed, though. Besides, why are you on my dick about prizes? It's Colm or McCall. You're not two different people. Nobody knows. That's 3 different answers in a row. How does nobody... Why is there no consensus on this? Where's Desmond? Oh, it's Mike! Oh my god! Good job you made a new channel in Discord to discuss this. I did make a new channel in Discord yesterday. There's a Book Nerds channel for members. I decided to attempt my first non-metallic metal. I did the first base layer and decided it can be an indefinite amount of time. That's true. Mr. Q, thank you so much for the gifted. Look at that. We're 3 away, 3 in. Only 7 to go today. Thank you so much, mate. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Thanks for the support, as always. Right, I've been asked a question. Let's have a look. I've been asked a question, some Reddit question, that Joel has posted to me. And there's some gossip. There's some gossip. Let's have a nosy, I guess. So there's a post called Demon Deep Strike Turn 1, and I don't understand how this works. I don't remember demon rules. So I've pulled up the demon rules. I presume there's a stratagem. The Realm of Chaos. The Realm of Chaos. Okay, so recently I had an argument with my opponent about whether or not demons can deep strike turn 1 using stratagems Realm of Chaos and Denizens of the Warp. So Realm of Chaos is end the opponent's turn, 2 Legions Demonica units. Remove the targeted units from the battlefield, place them in strategic reserve. They will arrive back on the battlefield in reinforcement step of your next movement phase using the deep strike ability. That's interesting that they go into strategic reserve and then arrive as deep strike, which are 2 completely different rules. And then Denizens of the Warp, your movement phase. A unit from your hand that is arriving using the deep strike can be set within 3 or more than 3 away. Okay, so you pick them up off the board, put them into reserve, and then deep strike 3 away. He went first. At the end of his turn, I used Realm of Chaos to hide Be'lakor and Bloodthirster. Then immediately on round 1, on my round, still turn 1. On my turn, still round 1. God damn it. To deep strike Be'lakor within 3 of one of his units, he argues that no deep strike can arrive turn 1 unless the date sheet of that unit said so. Who's on the right? Is it possible to deep strike Be'lakor if I hide him using a stratagem on turn 1? Why say hide him? What is his terminology? Reserve units cannot arrive during the first battle round, and any reserve units, strategic reserve, or reserve units that have not arrived on the battlefield by the end of turn 3 counts being destroyed. This does not apply to units that are placed with strategic reserve after the first battle round has started. So he is right. Joel, he misses the comment. Don't worry, I'm going to get there in a minute. I'm just trying to work out what's going on. So the unit was on the battlefield, went into reserve, so then can come down next turn. Because it says this does not apply for units that are placed in strategic reserve. So this, one big sentence, does not apply if they are already on the board. But there was some gossip. That is completely willful misreading of the language. Reserve units cannot arrive during the first battle round of any strategic reserve that have not arrived on the battlefield. You're taking the second half of the second statement to be true for the first, which is complete nonsense. No. I think you're wrong. But this is the question. This is the answer. Based on roughly 5 minutes of research, it's a run-on sentence and needs a comma after the word round to separate the two clause sentences. Any English teacher in the community, please either confirm or deny this. If any employees of the GDU community, please hire a copy editor. And then someone said, I interviewed for the rules writing team and was turned down for not having a statistics background, despite my background in English composition being my main focus on being a writer. What, really? Is this legit? If this is legit, this explains everything. This just is just like mind-blowing realization. You know? This will be mind-blowing revelations if this is true. So someone went for the rules writing job and got turned down because they didn't have a statistics background. But to be a rules writer, you should be very good at writing English because that's how you write rules. But then if they're only hiring on a statistics basis, that explains everything. Because people do maths can't read. That is everything. That explains everything. If this is real, that's why all the rules are shit, because they're all maths guys. And yes, you need maths guys to understand the stats of like win rates and whatever. But you have a maths guy and you have an English guy. Oh, an English writing guy, to clarify. Fuck me, don't get cancelled for saying something like that wrong. You have an English writing guy, an English major, to write rules that are clear English. Because maths people don't write clear English. They write statistically. They write, like, algorithmically. Maths is just another language. And that's why the rules are shit, because no one knows maths. They don't even hire good statisticians when you look at the rules. Fuck me. Guy or gal. Exactly, you know what I mean. Do you have any idea how much we need to read? We can read, we can't write. Core rules. Yeah, Crash Out, I just pointed it out. The core rules. Core rules doesn't say you can't write. Arriving from Strategic Reserve, that first paragraph specifically says Strat Reserves can't arrive in the first battle round. Yeah, but it says it does not apply if you placed after the first battle round has started. That's been the same for 9th as well. Writing game rules is very niche skill set. Magic Gathering rules are an example where this is done competently. Exactly. So if they're not, if they're just hiring people that are really good at maths because they're like, we're looking at win rates, so you need to be good at maths when you're writing rules. It's like, that's not right. You need a maths person and an English writing person. I really hope this is real. It's just a random Reddit post. It's just a random Reddit comment. Oh, man. I mean, I'm not going to dox this person. I'm going to look what else I've been looking at. He's in the US West. Would he have moved to the UK? Because the rules writing job was in the UK. So it makes you think. Makes you think, were they actually applying for it if they're in the US?
The gig is up, boys. Do we have to read and write the rules now? I didn't sign up for this, as I couldn't read it.
I can't read, mate. So, thanks for the 5, Big C. You're a star, mate. Is he telling porkies? Could be. Could it be remote? I don't think the rules writing jobs are remote, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But if that's true, that just explains so much. Because they're not hiring people that are good at writing English clearly. They're hiring people that are good at writing maths, which are very technical. I'm from an engineering background. I know exactly what these people are like. We're looking at win rate, 70% Eldar post nerves, quite literally. Where does it say it doesn't apply for you to go back to reserve? Compendium, mate, I think. Leviathan mission thing. That core rule I pointed doesn't have that bracket the guy mentioned. Does the thing is, it's really shite language because it says it goes into strategic reserve and arrives as deep strike. Strategic reserve and deep strike are two different rules, which is again fucking typical Games Workshop rule writing. Because it's a maths guy who wrote it. I'm scrolling. I'm getting there. The achievers can arrive in your reinforcement steps, or from the second battle round onwards. I'd say they can never arrive turn 1. It does say they arrive during turn 2, granted, but they're not setting up as strategic reserves. Because look, Realm of Chaos, up to 2 units of your army, remove the targeted units and place them into strategic reserve, right? Strategic reserve is this. These are the rules for strategic reserve. Landed on the side of the board edge, essentially, using this one. But then they arrive in the reinforcement step using the deep strike ability, which is not strategic reserves. So they're two completely different rules. You've got in the Leviathan Compendium mission slate, this is like a digital version of it. Which of the units will start in the battle in reserves, including strategic reserve? Reserve units cannot arrive during the first battle round, and any strategic reserve or reserves that have not arrived in the battlefield by the end of the third battle round count as being destroyed as any units are back within them. This does not apply for units that are placed into strategic reserves after the first battle round has started. Now, is this language 100% correct? Maybe, maybe not. It's a copy paste. It's been typed out, so it could be slightly wrong. But that also says I'll place into strategic reserve. Now, if anyone's got their mission pack and can confirm that this language is the same language, this is a digital copied out version of the slip that comes in the card pack. I don't have mine with me, it's at Sanctuary. So I'm relying on this. But this overwrites the core rules because it's a mission pack. If it says units that are placed into strategic reserve after the first battle round has started, that way it is correct. So yeah, they can. But I don't know why it says strategic reserves. Why didn't it say into reserves? Because strategic reserves and normal reserves, such as deep strike, are two different things. But the point is, if that is true about an English writing job, and they were denied because they don't have a statistics background, that is so funny. Did Rob say GW only hires internally? I don't know, mate. I imagine that's probably not the case, considering the lead AOS designer is an American. And I don't think he worked his way up. They may have applied for a statistic post. I interviewed the rules writing team. Excuse me. Why not? They have a ton of stores in the US. Yeah, but you don't... I don't think someone who works in a store would apply for a rules writing job. Right? If they hire internally for rules writing, would it not come from HQ? Regarding the reserves rule, I'm still not 100% sure. It feels like probably if the Leviathan mission pack says it does not count for models placed into strategic reserve after the first turn, I'd say it probably can. Like it could in 9th. So I think they're probably right. But the point of the post was this rules writing malarkey. There's a big difference between rules writer and rules designer. Yeah, I don't know if they have that separate or not. Does the text ignore the rule in section 8 or all rules? So for this, where was it? This one. This sentence. I did English language, by the way. This sentence applies to all of this because it's all one sentence. If it was reserves cannot arrive during the first battle round, full stop. Any strategic reserve or blah 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 will die at the end of the turn round. If that's had a full stop here and it was a new sentence, then this clarification would only apply to the second half of this paragraph. But since it's all one full stop, one question mark, sorry. One question mark. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Because it's all one sentence, this applies to all one sentence as well. Recall rules still prevent turn 1 reserves from arriving. This rule seems to prevent units dying after turn 3. Potentially. It's because it's a mission pack rule. Does that overwrite the first one? Oh, 1 second. 1 second, BRB chat. Gets ignored. So I don't know. Caring Commissar, thank you very much for the 5 months, brother. Just want to say a massive thank you for all the gifted subs. Hey, thank you for being a member, mate. Really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who's become a member. We've had 3 today so far. Let's see if we can get to 10. But yeah, that's quite interesting. That is quite interesting. Quite a weird... If it's true, very weird. There's no other clarification on that, so we don't know. We don't know. But just in general, guys, just in general, it's been one of those weeks again where not a great deal is happening. There was a post about Epic 40k, the new Epic. It's almost like GW skipped the copyrighted check to rush the product out and meet their launch deadline, quite literally. Did you see what I asked in Ask Mikey? No. What did you ask that? No. Yo, I'm in, boys. Can we do list discussion? Like, you pick a list or an event of the weekend you liked and go through it and chat about it. That's a great idea, actually. I did not see that. I haven't done proper list review for a while, to be fair. P4 pack leak. The event pack's on Facebook, buddy. I'll put it in the Discord now. But yeah, I put out the event pack, the new event packs yesterday. Everyone seemed pretty chill with it. Going from 6 rounds to 5 rounds. So much admin. So much admin. That's the problem I have. How do you make a new thread? I don't know. It'll be fine. I'm not going to add everyone, that's all. God damn it. There you go. Just thought it'd be something fun. Yeah, definitely, mate. I might do it today, depending what list we see. Obviously, I have no chance to actually look at them. We can have a look. We'll have a look at this epic article. Who's interested in Legions Imperialis? That's the question. Paul. Interested in epic. Let me know. Vote now. If this will load. Will it load? So what's going to happen? It's going to be great. Promise you. Okay. Okay, that did not work. Thanks. I'm doing something, chat. I mean, I'm doing it, look. It's just fucking... No? Nothing? Right, okay, cool. Anyway, type 1 for interested in epic. Type 2 for not interested in epic. Can I do this? I don't know what my API key is. I'll do it later. Not many people interested in Epic. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1 yes. Interesting. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I was expecting a lot more people to be interested. We just had 30k release. Why do we need 30k again? True. Very true. Am I interested? I'm more interested in the novelty of it all. You know? I'm quite interested in the novelty of it, of like, haha, tiny dreadnought, you know? I don't know how much longevity there will be in that novelty, but I'm interested in the novelty of it. Does all the twos make Mikey worried about the collab? No. I just want window baby tanks. I just want little baby dreadnoughts. That's all I care about. Surprising, but that's fine. You know, if you're not interested, not interested. And the battle problem is 30k itself is missing a bunch of stuff they're putting into Epic, and I think Battlefleet Gothic, I think like Battlefleet Gothic, anyone wanted to play it never stopped. Yeah, true. I'd prefer better support for 30k, especially in the rule sets. For Epic, I can just print those for pennies, armies for £10. I mean, yeah. I listen, you can do what you want in your own time. I ain't going to tell you you're wrong, am I? You know, it's not my place to say you're wrong. It's lacking the personality I like from regular 30k. This will just be a ton of same army with different colours. It's like the problem with 30k, but worse. Yeah, because they've got to re-release everything, right? That is going to be a bit of an issue. They've got to re-release every kit that they've already done. They're doing them all again. But look how funny they are. They're so small and squashed. And they're tiny. Because I was thinking, I was like, okay, the dreadnoughts are like Space Marine size. But the dreadnoughts are like up to the waist of a Space Marine. Which I thought was quite funny. So if the dreadnoughts are like half a Space Marine, the normal Space Marines are going to be so small. Cheers, Crash Hammer. We got the scale of Imperial Knights and Titanicus. Yeah, the Imperial Knights are like Space Marine size. They're like Primaris height-ish. You know? And these are like way less than that. New Epic models are bigger than the old Epic. Yeah, but you could just put them on new bases, right? I want to put a baby Dreadnought in the Grey Knight baby carrier. It'd get dwarf, mate. You'd need a Dreadnought for each leg. Perfect game for microscope cam. True. True. But yeah, so like they've basically said it's a alternating game, which is one of the, for an army game, one of the first bad games I've shown. Like most of their skirmish games are alternating, which is cool, like Warcry, Kill Team. But this is an army game, if you can call it an army game, because look at the fucking size of it. But it's all alternating, which is quite interesting. So it says, each round is divided into 5 phases. The most important thing here is that both players act within each of these phases, taking it in turns to activate their detachments in initiative order according to the hidden orders that have been pre-assigned. Use the microscope as an old-style hand-cam bat rep, mate. So it may actually have a better rule system. It might do. Who knows? Look how stupid it looks there. I think I like it because it looks so dumb. Like, look at it. Look how small they are. Like that. How big is a Warhound Titan compared to a Space Marine? Right? A Warhound Titan is like smaller than a Dreadnought. Use tiny dice and tiny boards and tiny live stream. Yeah, I'll just stream everything. I'll stream everything, but all the cameras will be like this. Right, guys? There we go. Can you see the board now? Imagine, that'd be so funny. Stream it to a Tamagotchi. FAQ doc isn't up to date, Joel, so don't worry. I'll fix it. Hey, Grant, thanks so much for coming to member, my brother. You're a star, mate.
Member.
It waits for me. There's nothing on it, though. What do you mean it's not working? Look how stupid it looks. It looks so funny. I like it because of that. Look at these stupid tiny Space Marines. Stops at chaos. Oh yeah, there's nothing after that, that's why. It's literally empty. I haven't updated it yet. The tank barrel looks a little droopy. Well, that one. It's all Photoshop, that's why, mate. No further questions. The bit that's where you stopped reading is when the information ran out. But yeah, there'll be a bit more in there later on. If you haven't got any questions, Joel, then do let me know. So it's a 3,000 point game played on a 5x4. Lads, why is it on a 5x4? Trajan. Okay, I'll get that one in there. Trajan's on my list, to be fair. Five by 4. It's not small board gang. It's bigger than small board gang. Because small board gang is 5 foot, fine, by 44 inches, which is 4 inches less than 4 feet. It's 5 by 4 feet. And small board gang is 5 by 44, which is 4 inches too short. It's bigger than 40k, yeah. Why have they decided to do that? This is a third different battlefield. This is a third different size battlefield. Is it illegal to play on a slightly off table? No, but you have to take that in consideration every time you play. If, like, let's say, like, you set up and it says set up 10 inches on, you're actually setting up 8 inches on because you're taking 2 inches off each side. You know? Because of the 12 by 12 board tiles that come out, probably. The small board gang versus the board she tells you not to worry about. But, like, you've got 5 by 4, you've got the small board gang, which is for AOS and 40k, and then you've got 6 by 4 for Heresy. So dumb. Consistency from Games Workshop is, like, rock bottom right now. The first step is to declare your allegiance whether you're a loyalist or a traitor, which will constrain some of your choices for obvious reasons. Then pick your primary army list, the force which will pick a minimum of 70% of your units. At present, this means either Legion, Astartes, or Solar Auxilia, but other factions may join the fray in the future if this game sells well. The terrain will be adorable. The terrain looks fun. I like the terrain. The terrain can inspire you for 40k kits as well. Are they hoping people are going to want to immediately jump into 6-man apocalypse games? I don't know what this game is. I don't know. Is it like, because everything's tiny, I'm like, okay, cool. It's going to be a really quick game. I don't think it will be. You're now ready to pick your units using 2 distinct components, formations and detachments. Detachments are the main building block of an army, similar to individual units in larger scale games. Platoons of infantry, squadrons of tanks, batteries of artillery, banners of knights, and so on. Formations are larger strategic groupings of detachments which selected according to the formation organization chart. You must select 1 formation for your primary army list for every 1500 points of the agreed limit, so that's at least 2 formations for 3000 points. So you have 1 formation. So this is a formation. A HQ detachment, a support detachment, and 2 core. Second place Votan. What the fuck? What event was that, Decknell? It's not the size that bites, it's how you use it. True. Truly. A game of this lasts just as long as a game of Heresy. I suppose because you've got all these squads, but they're all acting as like one model, right? I guess that's why it's quicker, because you've got a unit of 10, which is 1 dude. Because I was thinking, I was like, how is this going to be quicker? If every like unit has like a rhino, and it's like, oh my god, there's like 10 rhinos, and then there's like 10 units that get out. But that's just like a squad, really, or something like that, right? I don't know. So how do you make up a HQ detachment? I don't actually show you how the detachments work. Compulsory core detachment slots in this formation must be filled with Legion tactical detachments. All non-infantry models within this formation increase their tactical strength by 1 when contesting an objective marker that an infantry model within this formation is contesting. Oh, so you get OBSEC. Okay. The Legion Demi Company is the most flexible formation available to the Astartes, though there are many formations to choose from, including the specialized Armored Company, Legion Armored Company. Right. One-shot formations from the primary army list have been selected. Up to 30% of your points may be spent on allied contingents, representative of other forces, including Knight Household and Titans. We'll talk about how those work later. So, orders. Secretly assign one of the 4 orders to each detachment. So, orders will be like, I'm going to go this one, then this one, then this one, probably. Reveal orders to determine who goes first. Take it in turn to move detachments, order to advance, march, or charge. Oh, don't call it advance to just move. God damn it. Every time I say move, someone's going to be like, actually you're marching, not moving. Take it in turns to shoot or fight with first fire, then engage, then advanced fire detachments. Oh my god. Resolve effects, fall back, test to rally, and calculate VP. I love that they've put this out, but what do all these words mean? Using tokens placed down next to the detachments, players assign orders simultaneously and in secret. Both players reveal their orders once they've all been placed. There are 4 main orders. First fire, advance, march, and charge, plus fallback. That's 5. That's 5. First fire, advance, march, and charge. There are 4 main orders, so here's 5. Oh man. You then determine initiative by rolling off. This governs who gets to activate their detachments first. Okay, so you get like priority every turn, but it's alternating. Interesting. It seems interesting, but it also seems very convoluted. Movement and combat. These 2 phases work in the same way. Players take it turns to resolve the relevant order tokens by activating detachments one by one. Oh my god. Oh no, this game has an English guide, not a maths guy. Oh no! Orders affect how your detachments can behave during both phases. Advance is the most flexible, allowing both regular movement and shooting, while March lets a detachment move double its movement characteristic. Treble if it's an entirely infantry detachment but not shoots. So March is advance. Charge allows either a single movement or a double movement if it gets a detachment into base contact with an enemy detachment. Detachments with first fire cannot move, but they do get to shoot first. Finally, a fallback order prevents a detachment from moving. Instead, they'll have to retreat during the end phase. Okay. Combat is divided into 3 sub-phases. First fire, engagement, and advancing fire, which is to say, detachments with a first fire get to shoot. Then you resolve close combat, then everyone else gets to shoot. Interesting. So you shoot if you set up for a fire first. Fire first. I've already said it wrong, chat. First fire, you shoot, then you do combat, then you shoot at everyone else. Shooting makes pretty much the same as it does in most Wargaming games. Weapons have a range and amount of dice, a target number for a hit roll, an arm penetration value, and traits. Select a target in range, roll the right number of dice, apply any modifiers to the roll. For each one that hits, the model gets a save that can be modified. Traits are do you not wound? You just hit. For each one that hits, the model gets a save that can be modified. Traits are where extra variety happens. Goods with light trait cannot hurt heavy tanks. For instance, while assault weapons are more powerful up close, it's showing everyone has a niche. Okay. So I think you just like with a bolter, it has the light trait, so it can't hurt tanks, but it just wounds on a 5. It's got a bolters, 1 shot 5+. Yeah, literally. And that'll be like one unit. One unit shoots 1 dice. It's literally rock, paper, scissors. Probably. Because you've got the Predator autocannon, which is light AT, so light anti-tank, I presume. 2 shots on a 5 with -1 AP, so it reduces save by 1. Combat, however, is a little different. The system harks back to the epic scale games of yore, in which individual models are paired off against each other. Then they make fight rolls, rolling off with 2d6 and 9 in their close assault factor, the CAF, to the roll. Models get a bonus if they charge and the loser takes a wound. No saves allowed. Oh shit. No saves allowed. Let's go. When faced with uneven numbers, you'll have to pair off your models with more than 1 enemy each. Your outnumbered models will still fight each of their foes individually, but your opponent gets to roll an extra d6 for every time you've already fought. This means that most elite fights can still be won down if you're not careful to support them. That seems like a quite fun combat. So you roll 2d6 to fight. Do you roll it for each model? Like each base? No saving combat. There's only no saving combat. In shooting you get a save. So is this... So each model... Yeah, it's each model rolls off. Yeah. And then you roll 2d6. If you have to take 2 on 1, then you roll 2d6 against each other. Then it'd be 3d6 versus 2d6. It sounds like Risk. It does sound like Risk. Yeah, it does actually sound like Risk. That's great. I love Risk. Risk is a great game. As you'd expect, there are also plenty of rules about maintaining detachment coherency, moving through terrain, firing Overwatch, morale, and so on that we don't have time to cover here. Okay. 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 There's no damage here. There's no damage mechanic? You miss a double turn potentially for rolling off each round. There's no double turn potential. It's all alternating. It's just whoever gets first. Yeah, hey, it's all take it in turns, look. Reveal orders and determine who goes first. Let's say we're playing, I roll a 6, you roll a 1. I move my first unit, you move your first unit. Combat, we alternate. I win again, it's the same way. It's just who gets the advantage for each detachment rather than like an entire turn. There's no real double turn because if I won initiative again, it'd still be alternating. So this bit sounded really convoluted, but the combat and the shooting sounds fun. That does actually sound quite fun, to be honest. Am I mad? Am I crazy? Little tiny space marines, one shot on a 5? Bam! Oh, am I onto something? Detachments are just units. Yeah, pretty much. But units are like... Here's like 10 Space Marine squads and 10 Rhinos. That's one unit. Like 5 Base Marines detachment. Yeah. Pretty much. Right, are we interested in it now? Did that article change anything? I'm gonna try the poll again. The poll worked! Let's go, baby! Sorry, I spelled it wrong. I was panicking. 67% no. No one gives a crap. It's quite interesting because I feel like Epic came out of nowhere, but Old World has been teased for so long. %68% not interested. No Xenos equal no interest. I kind of agree. I think it's a bit of a shame it's in the Heresy. When 40k is their big seller, 30k is their specialist seller. But I do think a lot of it's going to come down to nostalgia. I think that's what they're kind of relying on for this sort of game. I haven't got BCP Premium. Is that why you've been telling me about it, Detnal? Because you want me to just fucking look at the list? Maybe. Every army's going to be Mark 6, true. It's in the Heresy, so they only have to make less models. They only have to make one full army. Yeah, they're going to be like focusing on like Space Marines as a whole, and then like Solar the Guard, Solar Auxiliary, is it? Every major GW game system has an offshoot version like Warcry Kill Team. Heresy didn't have one, so maybe this is that. Yeah. It just seems like a... I don't know. Like, it seems like to make sense to work for Heresy, but it's surprising that they're not being like... Here's a 40k version. But yeah, it's probably like, as Zap said, the problem is if they go, oh, here's a 40k one, they have to make 20 armies, whereas in a Heresy one, they can make like 3 or 4 armies that are like both factions. So no one's interested in Epic. Excellent. Good to know. Good to know for me. Good to know for me in my future. Anyway, a Leagues of Votan list came second. How many players were at this event? 60 players. Wow. Shane and Butters. Why does it not show the lists here? Why does it not show the factions? Right, okay. So they beat... Michael Davies. Playing Eldar, who went 4-1. Aiden. Astroville Tarum. Yeah, fair enough. Matthew Vaughn playing Necrons. Okay, went 2-3. Fair enough. Stuart played Necrons 3. Why did everyone just lose? And then Nathan. They did have just a great... Oh, they beat Custodians in the last round. So they had the 2 hardest rounds, the beginning and the end of the match. I've been fucking duped. I've been fucking duped. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's illegal. That's illegal. There's Eldar there. That's how Votan won. He's playing Eldar. I've been duped. I've been fucking duped. No wonder he beat fucking Custodians in the last round. Ethan Armstrong, Iron Hands, let's have a look. Oh, actually, Iron Hands, what the fuck? Dental, did you set me up? How is it Trans-Hyperion Alliance there, but then Eldar there? I'm going to check on my phone. I hate that fucking team name. I did not know. Yeah. Tell me anything. Tell me fucking anything. Global. North and South. GT. Placings. It says Eldar on here. I got fucking duped. It says Eldar. Look, it says Eldar there. So why does it say Trans-Hyperion Alliance, which is a League of Votan faction there? Did you see the mini wargaming video with Vanguard Tactics about War of a Shame? No. I mean, I'm sorry, I just didn't watch it. We've been duped. We've been duped. We've been conned. Been conned, Etnol. Banning. I wonder why that's happened. I love Best Coast pairings, but because it's such a small thing, it does break a lot of the time. Anyway, I'm going to look at the Space Marine list. Let's have a look. Apothecary Biologist with Bolt Discipline. Fair. Captain in Gravis Armor. Iron Father Feros. And the Librarian in Phobos Armor. Great choice. Heavy Intercessors. Fair. Fair. People in Iron Hands usually love to run Feros, maybe the Apothecary or the Captain. And then servitors, because servitors kind of do a similar thing to crypto thralls, and you just get like a few extra heavy bolters in there. An impulsor, ingressor squad. Maybe that's the way the captain goes. Eliminate squad, eradicate squad. That's also a good pot shot for the potentially the biologists. Loads of infiltrators, land raider, redeemer, staying guard. This is just like bring all. This is like my first army. It's not bad. Hey Luke, thanks for the gifting, brother. Thank you so much for the gifted, Luke. Really appreciate it. We're up to 5 members now. Just got 5 to go.
Member.
Here to pay my weekly fee. Luke Harris, you're a star, mate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hail Strike, let's go. If you want to look at real lists,
Rejoined.
shall we look at real lists? I haven't done any graphics. And I wasn't planning on doing this. But the WTC had their list published this week. What I can scramble in a week, literally. As a towel list that did well this weekend without cheating. Yeah, it was a Northeast Open. Sadly, sadly, I had to drop from Northeast Open because something came up on the Saturday and the Sunday morning. I was supposed to be there. But yeah, so it was Kyle. Kyle did really well with Tau. Kyle's a good player, to be fair. But this week, the World Team Championships lists have been announced, and they're all public now. Has anyone managed to have a look? Is there any teams that you want to look at in particular? There's always UK, England. White Rose. There we go. Red Rose. White Rose. Who cares? I know most of these players. I don't know Chris Kinnair. He's playing Chaos Space Marines, which is an interesting one. But a bunch of excellent players, obviously. We've got Guard, Chaos Space Marines, Custodes, Eldar, Tyranids, G called Deathwatch, and Thousand Suns. I'm interested to look at Nassim's list, because I think we've kind of... I think Nassim's probably picked up a lot more tech if he's played Deathwatch, but I feel like I've picked up a bit of tech. Some of the best units in Space Marine book. I was looking at Deathwatch, because I saw that Nassim was playing Deathwatch, and I was kind of like, yeah, these stratagems are just way better than the Space Marine ones. How many of these are Welsh? Oh, wrong game. We'll find out about the Welsh drama in the AOS team soon. Teaming the Tyranny list will be interested to see. Yeah, we can have a look. So obviously these are all team lists, and that's something we have to remember. So the point with the thing that you have to remember when you're looking at like teams lists compared to like traditional 40k lists is that when you write a list for a tournament, you're likely going to be like going through and trying to build a list that can take on everything. But when you write in a teams list, you kind of have to write your list in a way that's very, very good against very particular matchups. So if you take one of these lists to a tournament, and a singles tournament against 5 random people, you're likely going to struggle because they're not designed to be they're not designed to take down every faction, but they are hyper tuned to be very good counters to particular armies. Like I imagine Deathwatch has probably got loads of infiltrators, it's probably got Desolation Marines and stuff like that, which is going to be very good against Genes to the Cults, because Genes to the Cults is a very hard matchup, but if you stop them deep striking anywhere, they can't touch you, so there becomes a very easy matchup and a lot better for you. So that's something that we have to remember when we're going to look at these lists, that they're designed for team games rather than like generic tournaments. We can have a look. We can have a look at Australia as well. Have a look at. So I'm not going to go through all 8 lists. We'll have a look at the interesting ones. We'll look at Tyranids because it's been mentioned, and we'll look at Deathwatch because I'm quite interested. So Robbo, let's have a look at his list. So obviously using Invasion Fleet. Now the one thing I don't know is if they're using the most up-to-date FAQ, because the list submission was like a week later, and with like Team Championships and stuff like that, they've got quite a long quite a long dead cutoff for rules. So it'd be nice if they were using the new FAQ. I think they are using all the new points and stuff that we had previously, but the FAQ/index update we had a week ago, I don't know if they're using that. They had their own FAQ. Some of it's fine, some of it I don't agree with, but that's whatever. But they try and get things in nice and early because people coming from other countries, like European countries, might not be able to like keep up with the metas quite quick. So they tend to like cut it off quite early. Let's have a look. Hive Tyrant with a heavy venom cannon and Monstrous Bone Sword. Fair. Gargoyle. Spam. 1, 2, 3, 4. 40 gargoyles. 1, 2, 20 termagants as well. So these are obviously very, very cheap. And if you put them into the wrong matchup, then people can't deal with this many bodies doing actions all over the board. 2 Biovores, so obviously putting out Sport Mines as well, obviously very good at playing the mission. 2 Exocrines. Now, Exocrines are pretty good anti-tank, I believe, if I remember correctly. Let's get an Exocrine data sheet up. Exocrine, D6 plus 3 blast, strength 8 minus 3, 3 damage. Really good at taking down heavy infantry. And it has symbiotic targeting. If it is shot, so like one of the units hit one of more attacks. Other friendly turning models reroll once to hit. That's really good. Yeah, anti-marine, that's true. So, 2 Exocrines, a Lictor for obviously playing the mission. Triple Maliceptor. Crazy. Maliceptor. So Maliceptor has, again, 3 damage, strength 10. D6 plus 3 as well with blast. And also, whilst an enemy is within 6, each time modeling that unit makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll. And if that enemy is below half strength, subtract 1 from the wound roll. So that's really good. They're really cheap. 165 points. Bear in mind, toughness 11, 14 wounds, a 4 plus invuln. Only 18 inch range, but D6 plus 3, strength 10 minus 2, 3 damage blast. And the invuln, yeah. Pyrovore, just cheap, I think. 30 points. There's just a lot of units in this list. And then Zoanthropes. Zoanthrope. Everyone was kind of complaining that Zoanthropes aren't very good anymore. Obviously, Robo's seen something. They got Warp Blast, which is D3 shots each, because there's loads of them, with Blast. Strength 7 minus 2, D3 damage. And it doesn't have a Neurothrope. And it gives other units a 6 plus invulnerable save. So it's just going to be a bit of a swarm, all with a 6 plus invulnerable save. And then just some really nasty anti-heavy infantry. Oh, it does contain a Neurothrope, because the Neurothrope's not a character anymore. While this unit contains a Neurothrope, while an enemy unit is within 6 inches, each time the enemy unit fails a battle shot test, it suffers D3 mortal wounds. And one model in this unit regains D3 wounds. I forgot that Neurothrope's not a character anymore. So, 12 Zoanthropes. Obviously 2 Neurothropes in there. Interesting. That's a pretty fun list. Again, it's a bit of a swarm that'll have an invuln because of the Zoanthropes early on. The Biovores are very good at putting out Spore Mines. Spore Mines to play the mission because they can deploy teleport homers, they can do fucking engage on all fronts and shit. Oh, you have to rewind 10 minutes, mate. So yeah, so there's loads of stuff that can do actions, loads of board control, because you've got all these bodies to get through, and then you've got all these big monsters, which are all relatively cheap. The Exocrines and the Maliceptors are a lot cheaper than I was expecting. Don't know if WTC will live stream the event. Yeah, I think they're actually, considering what they said last year, yeah, they are live streaming it. So yeah, so very good at playing the mission, very good anti-marine, and then a fuck ton of 4 plus invuln in the middle. Does the Exocrine have an invuln? The Exocrine doesn't have an invuln, so I have a 6 up invuln at least. Yeah, I think they're getting Wargames Live to come do it, which is probably the best shout. Good list. Great list. So that's the Tyranids. What else we got? Nassim, my boy Nassim. Let's have a look. So gone from playing Iron Hands to Death Watch, which is fair. But yeah, that was a really good list. I think that'd even do well in most singles events. It does struggle against Eldar, I think, because the Wraith Knights can pick up all the big stuff, and then you're left with loads of shit. So okay, so Tome of Ectoclades, Thief of Secrets on the Primaris Captain. Tome of the Ectoclades is really good relic, well, enhancement, because that basically, after you've killed your Oath of Moment target, once per game you can choose the second one. And then Thief of Secrets. I can't remember what Thief of Secrets does. I can just literally search. I've got my phone open right here. Thief of Secrets. Improve the strength, damage, and AP of a bearer's melee weapons by 1. If an enemy is destroyed as a result of this, that a melee attack made by the bearer at the end of the phase until the end of the battle, increase it by 2 instead. And that's when on a captain with a plasma pistol and a power fist. Okay, that plasma pistol gets pretty insane after a bit. Oh, it's just melee weapons. Okay. So he's probably got a hammer unit in here somewhere with a Primaris Captain. So Librarian and Phobos Armor. So Librarian and Phobos Armor basically gives free redeploys. Basically, you can't target the unit it's attached to if you're over 12. So this is an anti-Gene Stealer list. So Tome of the Ectoclades, as I mentioned, once per battle, after you've selected an Oath of the Moment target, the bearer can use an enhancement. When they do, select a second enemy unit until the start of the next command phase. Each time to start each model from your army makes an attack that targets either of those units. You can reroll hit and win. So it's once per game you get 2 Oath targets. My apologies. Cheers, George. So Deathwatch Veterans, here we go. So Deathwatch Veterans are very good. 200 points for a unit of 10. They have an ability of, each time a model makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1. If you don't have the Imperium or Chaos keyword, you reroll the hit roll. So basically, free reroll to hit against any Xenos army, which is great. Very, very good. So you got the Xenophase Blade, which is obviously nice. You got the Deathwatch Thunderhammer. So the Deathwatch Thunderhammer are obviously really strong. 3 attacks, hits on a 4, strength 10, -2, 3 damage, devastating wounds. So that's 12 attacks in there. 4 frag cannons. Frag cannons are great. So D3 strength, D3 shots, rapid fire D3. So if you're within 9, you get 2 D3 per one with blast. Strength 7 -1 2 damage. They're really good. So rapid fire and blast. So if you're within 9, you're getting 2 D3 plus 1 for every unit, every fire model in a unit. Then a long vigil melee weapon, which I don't think is anything crazy. To power sword or something. And then Xenophase Blade has devastating wounds. So you got 3 identical units. They're really good. And Deathwatch Veterans are rerolling hits, as we've mentioned. They've got all the stratagem shenanigans. So you can get everything like anti-infantry 2+. You can get anti-monster 5+. Which is obviously good against Eldar and stuff like that. If you're trying to take down a Wraith Knight, they've got -1 to wound. At least you got plus. You hit wounded on 5s minimum. And then you can do devastating wounds on the anti-monster 5+. No, you can't, because that doesn't work anymore. But still. Blast is so OP, needs a Kappa rules change. Yeah, Blast is very strong. Speaking of, 10 Desolators. Fair. Hellblasters. Hellblasters are an interesting one. I'm still not 100% sure about Hellblasters, but the thing about Hellblasters in any other army bar Deathwatch is they're really slow. In Deathwatch, you can teleport them. So, Deathwatch. They have a stratagem. Stratagems. Teleportarium. End of your opponent's fight phase. Up to 2 kill teams from your army or 1 other Adeptus Astartes infantry from your army. Remove those units from the battlefield. In the reinforcement step of your next movement phase, set up those units anywhere on the battlefield is more than 9 away horizontally from enemy models. So you basically teleport a unit of 10. which is pretty good. So like in most armies, I think they're pretty shit, but they're really good at taking down heavy infantry, obviously, because Plasma is actually in a really good position these days because of the high strength and high AP, which a lot of armies don't have. Now, it's only 2 damage rather than 3 damage like it used to be, I think. I think you could get the heavy ones up to 3 damage, but still 2 damage is quite nice. Their strength 8 minus 3, 2 damage. The AP is nice. They're assault and heavy, so if they stand still, they're hitting on 2s. They can advance and shoot, which is nice. They can advance and do actions, which is nice. Now, I don't know what's going to attach to them. Maybe the captain with the plasma pistol. That would make a lot of sense. The captain with the plasma pistol can attach to the Hellblasters. So if they get charged, at least he's getting a bit scarier. Yeah. So, interesting. A little bit of nice tech there. Again, you can teleport, you can charge, you got a power phase, you got a bunch of attacks for killing crap stuff. You get 3 attacks each. It's 30 strength 4 attacks. Plus the power fist with the extra AP, the extra damage. And then when they die, they shoot again. So that's kind of nice. Inceptor Squad, Plasma. Inceptor Squad, Plasma. Yeah, Inceptors I think are really good. These are obviously really, really good in the GSE matchup. Now, again, I don't know if they're using the FAQ, so they might not be enforcing Deep Strike for G-Circle to arrive right next to the marker. It might just have to be one model within. But Plasma Inceptors, or Inceptors in general, can Deep Strike more than 3 away, but then can't charge. Which means you can turn off G-Circle markers. Is why I put them in my list as well. I quite like them. They've got quite a cool shooting profile. And they've got that ability where they can Deep Strike 3 away. Meaning they can turn off Deep Strike for G-Circles. And he's obviously got all these infiltrators. Let's have a look how many squads. Just the 1 infiltrator. Okay. So just 1 infiltrator squad with the librarian. So obviously the librarian means you can't be targeted. Phobos. So librarian in Phobos armor, whilst leading a unit, models in that unit have the stealth ability and cannot be targeted by ranged attacks unless the attacker model is within 12. And obviously infiltrators you can't deep strike within 12. And also you can use redeploy on them if they do get a little bit close anyway. So if they end up within 9, you can move D6 for a stratagem for 1 CP. And the infiltrator has a chance of getting that CP back as well. And they have a Feel No Pain. So it's quite good, really good little tech piece. Now, I wasn't super excited about the Phobos librarian, but in a team list where you're trying to tech into particular armies, it's very good. That meeting could have been an email, typical. And then 2 land speeders. Land speeders just cheap, fast. They still move really fast. They're still legal for now, so use them while you can. Land speeder moves 14. At the start of your shooting phase, let 1 enemy that is invisible to this model until the end of the phase. Each time a star tease model makes an attack with a blast weapon, add 1 to the hit roll. So obviously, blast weapon being all those frag cannons and the desolators all get +1 to hit. Really good. For now, so use them while you can. So great list, really great list. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff. The Primaris Captain, and Hellblasters is weird, but I guess you can use the stratagem for free because of Rites of Battle as well. So you can teleport them turn 1 in your opponent's turn for free using Rites of Battle, which is nice, especially because it's expensive. And then you can teleport another unit as well because the Rites of Battle means you can use it twice. Maybe I just copied this list. Maybe I just copied this list, you know? Desolators can't deal with Rave Knights until you give them anti-monster 5+. Always winning on 5s. That'd be so good. Yeah, great list. Great list, Nassim. But anyway, so there's 2 lists from the UK. Any other factions you want to have a look at, or do you want to have a look at Australia first? Mani Eldari, it'll be fucking Wraith Guard and Wraith Knights. Let's have a look. I think Incarn. No Incarn. Double Wraith Knight, Wraith Guard. There it is. Wraith Guard, Avatar of Cain, 10 Wraith Guard and 2 Wraith Knights, yeah. Any Votan? Actually, no. There's a graphic made by StatCheck, actually. Hopefully it's here. Someone posted it. I can't remember who it was. Here you go. This is made by StatCheck. These are all the factions that are going. It's in order of most taken. So as you can see, there are 36 Eldar. I'll take my face off a minute. There are 36 teams and 36 Eldar players. 34 G's to the Cults and 34 Space Marines. So you can kind of see like where the faction lay low. But there are no World Eaters, no Leagues of Votan, no Death Guard, 1 Sisters player, 2 Grey Knights players. 2 Admech Brave. 2 Drakari. And then it goes to 6 Tyranids and then you start getting a bit more real. Why am I not shocked Eldar have a lot? Eldar literally have the entire field. One Admech, can we see that? It'll probably be United Nations. Oh, actually, where is it? Admech. We can actually see. Latvia. Latvia is playing Admech. Now, Latvia have not been known for being the best team in the world. So, I'm probably not going to bother looking. The big hitters, I think, are all in bold. Rip Death Guard, quite. But yeah, so that's the faction breakdown. That was made by Curry from StatCheck. Anyway, great list by Nassim. Manny Spam. Manny Spam be Manny Spam. Double Wraith Knight, 10 Wraith Guard, and an Avatar of Cain. That was a cry support, not saying you should look at them. I'm sure they've probably got a great list, but you know. No Votan means Miami might get a buff soon because their win rate is not awful. Austria, not Austria, Australia. Australia actually won last year, I believe. Liam Hackey was the one to watch with Gene to the Colts. He's playing Necrons this time. Let's have a look. Command Barge, Chronomancer, Nightbringer. All these how many 8 characters? Fuck me. Jesus Christ. How many units? None. What? What? They say let's just make 2 indestructible blobs and then 2 monsters. Fuck me. Right, okay. Command Barge, Chronomancer with a Veil of Darkness for a teleport. Nightbringer because it's insane. So Nightbringer has a great data sheet. Full plus invuln, toughness 11, 12 wounds, half damage. In the fight phase, roll d6 for each enemy unit within 6, and on 4 plus take d3 mortal wounds. He has 6 attack, strength 14, minus 4 d6 damage and devastating wounds. He's obviously very, very strong. He's got the Gaze of Death, which is d3 shots, strength 12, minus 2, d6 plus 3. Pretty insane. For 250 points with the half damage as well. Illuminor Caesaris. This is a fucking crazy list. Illuminor Caesaris can... While this ball's within 3 inches of another friendly Necrons unit. Hey, Mercenary, thanks for the gifted, brother. Thanks so much for the gifted.
Gifted member.
He has Lone Operative while it's within 3 of another unit. While a friendly battle line unit is within 6 of this model, each time the model makes an attack, improve the AP by 1. Each time an attack is targeting that unit, reduce the AP by 1. And in the fight phase, this model is destroyed. If this model destroys 1 or more units until the end of the battle, add 3 to the mechanical augmentation range. Nice. That's a fucking weird tech piece for 200 points. I mean, he's not bad. He's T8, 9 wounds. He's got the Eldritch Lance, which is a nice weapon at strength 9, -3, 3 damage. He's got Lone Operative. And he's not terrible in combat either. I mean, boring meeting, so I squeezed in some donos. Thanks, Mercenary. You're a star, mate. Orican the Diviner. So he can attach to the warriors. You can attach this model to one of above units, even if one Royal Warden or Noble model has already been attached. If you do, that and the bodyguard be destroyed, the unit becomes separate. That's fine. Gives a unit a 4+ invuln. And it can do his crazy shit with Staff of Tomorrow and become Super Saiyan for a turn. And he's not bad in combat. Overlord with the Hyper Material Blader. Royal Warden. What's Royal Warden do now? Does it still let you fall back and shoot? While this model is leading the unit, ranged weapons equipped by the model have the heavy and the assault abilities. So get plus or tip to stand still or advance and shoot. Once a battle, it's time any phase, you select one friendly Necron unit within 12. Within that unit is no longer battle shocked. And then it's got the Transcendent Catan, which we know how good the Transcendent Catan with the half damage and the 4+ feel of pain. That's crazy though. That's just there's 4 units on the board. All he's doing is going, you know what? Just reanimate, and I'm not gonna. I've got 40 models and two boys running around. What's a command badge do? Let's have a look. Commander badge. Abilities. While friendly Necron units within 6, add one to the OC. Okay. Each time attack this model, if the strength characteristic of that attack is greater than this model's toughness, subtract 1 from the wound roll. So it's quite tough. 4+ invuln. It's not that great in shooting. He's alright in combat. But he gives +1 OC. So the warriors are OC 3? I played similar list to this one not so long ago, but I had a huge brick of Lich Guard and Crypto Thralls in there, but that was before the FAQ errata. So I don't know if they're using the new one. The new FAQ for the stops the Crypto Thralls giving everyone fight on death. But I don't know if they're using it, so. Crazy list though. Absolutely crazy list. The list like this will struggle into things like Space Marines, where they can just like really hyper focus on one single unit. Like the reanimation's very good, and if you don't kill the units, they get loads back. But if you hyper focus on one unit, it could go down. If you pass the damage check, that list is fucked. Yeah, true. Ollie, thank you for upgrading the membership, brother. Really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Yeah, so it's not a great... There's like... The Transcendent Catan is a bitch to kill. Because the Transcendent Catan with Sempiternal Weave reanimates. Reanimates with the Reanimator as well. So I get 2d3 wounds back every turn. It halves damage and has a 4+ feel no pain. That is really, really good. Really strong. The Catan Shard is similar. Doesn't have the 4+ feel no pain. But then everything else is just kind of like, here's 2 bricks of 40 warriors. Here's 40 warriors, deal with that. I wonder why he's got 1 Ghost Flare and a Ghost Reaper. What is the Ghost? There's some tech here. There's some weird tech here. So the Ghost Flare, lethal hits rapid fire 1. I don't understand that. Is that a mistake? That can't be a mistake. Maybe limited by models they own. Yeah, maybe. And the FAQ doesn't have reanimation. True. Guy got shafted by WYSIWYG. At least he can do that. I don't know why he would. I don't know why he's got a Ghost Flare in there. I was I could zoom in and you can actually see what I'm looking at. Yeah, that's brutal. It's for the flex. Then the other faction you look at for this team. I said Australia won last year. I don't know any of the people just because I don't live in Australia, so I don't follow that sort of meta. But Liam Hackett is a team captain as well, so he's got a hard job. Any other list you want to look at? We'll have a look at one more list. Any Astra Militarum? There is Astra Militarum in the event, yeah. I know Marty kicks ass every year. Let's look at Matt Morosoli playing Chaos Knights. Is it War Dog spam or Big Dog spam? She's my one warlord. Sorry, Daddy. It's fucking War Dog spam. Fuck me. Ah, man. Right, okay. Australian meta is always weird due to stock issues and huge price increase. True. Aura of Terror. So Aura of Terror. Let's have a look at that. We'll cover what that one does. Aura of Terror. If you control an object marker at the end of your command phase and the bearers within range of the marker, that object is said to be tainted or remains under control even if there are no models within range of it until your opponent controls it at the start or end of any turn. In addition, while an objective marker is tainted and under your control, the Despair Dread ability is active for your army. That objective marker has a Despair Dread ability as if it was Chaos Knight's model. So yeah, basically he gives himself sticky objectives. War Dog Stalkers. Let's have a look at War Dog Stalkers. I can never remember all their names. War Dog. War Dog. So a Stalker is the Gatling Cannon Claw. Each time this model makes an attack that targets an enemy unit. If there are no other units from your opponent's army within 6 of the target, add 1 to wound roll. That's really good. Chain Cannon, strength 6, -1 damage. What's it got? It's got the Demon Breath Spear, which is the Melter gun. Melter 4. Jesus. Okay, they've got a Brigand. A Brigand. A Brigand. A Brigand. A Brigand. A Brigand. Carnivore, 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 Carnivore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Carnivores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Brigands. And 2 Stalkers. 13 War Dogs. 13. Night players are toxic. Nah, don't worry about it. It's only fucking toughness 10 with 12 wounds and 5 living fun. This used to be 13 and abandoned. Carnivore Slaughterclaw should be the name of the next Rancor EP. It should be the name of my Dead Bands EP. Oh man, fuck me. So the Brigands all have the Melter Chain Cannon. Melter Chain Cannon combo. That's the Brigand. So Melter 4 within half range, a Chain Cannon 12 shots at strength 6. So really good into a similar matchup. The Carnivores have... The Carnivores are all combat, so they're just going to fucking charge at you, aren't they? Move 14. What abilities does it have? Reroll charges, yeah, so they're just going to fucking run at you. So it's kind of like a stat check. It's like, here's 6 Carnivore, or 5 Carnivores running at you. And then I've got like a ton of Melter and Gatling Cannon. Well, there you go. There's some interesting lists from the WTC. The WTC is happening in a few weeks. I think I'm at an event while the WTC is happening. But I'll see if I can react to and do like Boys Club react stream to the game. I don't think I will because it's independence rather than Games Workshop streaming at this time. But I'll ask. I'll ask about it. But we'll see. So yeah, there's the WTC. I'm interested to watch. I like looking at the World Team Championships because it like, again, you can't just like copy and paste any of the lists. You can't just copy and paste any of the lists because they're designed for a team event. And team events, obviously, they're designed to take on certain matchups, but you can learn a lot from like some of the tech from certain factions that you play. Be like, oh, that's a really interesting aspect. I'll use that. You know, which is fun. Well, get his live and covering it so there's a chance. I mean, I can ask him. See what he says. He might say no. That's totally fine. I'd understand if he said no, but we'll see. Right, anyway, I'm going to pee and then I'm going to paint. Is that okay? Or is naff all else happening in a Warhammer community? Right, pee and paint. Pee and paint, BB. Okay, chat. I paid my early fans fee already. You have. Right, okay, we're going to paint. So, as I said, I'm painting this gaunt ghost guy for a collaboration with Live and Let's Dice. That's happening this weekend. I'll hopefully be able to post some pictures on the Saturday when it happens. But basically, everybody's coming to my studio to hang out, which is quite fun. Also, chat, when I had to go earlier because something arrived, I finally did it. Thanks to people becoming members, I finally bought... I finally bought it. I bought a dummy battery for my painting camera. Is it the right one? Where's the battery? There it is. Look at this technology. I bought a plug-in battery for the painting camera, so now it shouldn't go off while I'm streaming. Is this a new cable for the camera? It is. Yeah, I bought it. I finally got one. So I'm probably not going to set it up now, but if my camera dies, I will. Of course, Malaceptor's come back. He's not just like about to go on holiday. Awkward. Yeah, so this is what I've got from the camera there, but for my painting camera I don't have one, but it's like a plug-in thing, so the battery will stop running out, because it can't run out because it's plugged in. Let's go, baby. So that's what arrived this morning, that's why I had to go. Just post it to my house, I'll post it to you later. I think the point he might be making, Mercenary, now I could be wrong, but I think the point he's trying to make is, I'm about to go on holiday, I can't afford to spend 200 quid on 3 Malaceptors or something dumb. I imagine that's the point, but you know, I could be wrong. You know what I didn't do? I didn't fucking set up my laptop. Oh, God damn it. How much battery do I have in my phone? Right, I'm going to have to use my phone as a screen. Of course you can, that's quit a talk. Georgie's nicked my laptop again, so I don't have a screen to look at chat, so just give me a second. God damn it. I need an extra monitor. Or I need to rearrange. I might rearrange this room. I'm actually thinking about rearranging this entire room. That was the kind of the point of getting rid of some stuff as well. I think I'm going to put this here and this table there. Then I have my painting desk right behind me. But I don't know. I don't know if that'll work. It could work. That might be cool. And then as soon as I paint, I just like move back a layer and then move forward a layer. That might be cool. That'd be cool. More subs by my Kingdom Monitor. Literally, let's get 10 members. Come on, baby. 10 members. So I don't know how well this is going to work. I'll give it a go, but I'm going to use my phone as a chat monitor, which would be very weird because normally I have like a laptop which I use as basically as a monitor. Truth comes out, the giveaway is purely selfish endeavor. I mean, yeah, it's a good way to do a clear out. But yeah, so I might have like the desk here, and then like here have the painting desk, which might be quite cool. But that means I won't be able to have this behind me because that takes up too much space. There's not quite enough room to do that. But I think I'm having a bit of a rearrange. Don't know how yet. I think I'm going to do it. Anyway, let's move over there. Selfish endeavor where I give you loads of free stuff. I'm so horrible. Right, how's that? This is way off. Look at that, terrible. I can put that there so I can see chat at least. Not too much of a delay, so I can kind of see what's going on. I just want to be a little bit higher. I could just do with better lights as well, to be fair. I'm going to sit in the dark. There we go. How's that, chat? Can you hear me okay? Looks like you can hear me okay. Second desk for opening Pokemon cards. Yeah. Yeah, so I might just like have like a separate layer. Because like the problem is it seemed to make sense at the time. But like I have like this desk where I'm sat. Which is like to the back of my computer. But if I had this desk where my computer was in front of me, I could see my screen in front of me, which would be good for not only streaming but also filming painting. I could also have a camera behind it that's not on like this thing. And then the fact that I can probably just makes more sense. I could probably use more lighting because I can get to it. Because the problem is the desk is up against a wall, like that's just logical. But I also have to think about how I can film in here, which is not logical for what I've got set up because I can't get anything behind it because it's a wall. So, but yeah, I think that's okay. Anyway, we're painting this guy today. So I might end up going off camera. You will just have to tell me to remind me because I might not see it straight away. But other painting projects I've been working on, I'll show you. Because I'm enjoying them. As I said, I've been painting Star Wars. You saw this on stream last week, I think. So I managed to do the helmet off camera. And I did the smoke effect. Now I filmed all of this. So I'll show you how to do the smoke effect. I'm just waiting for a sponsor to come through. I'm being sponsored by I'm just waiting for those to arrive so I can do it. But so I finished Bo-Katan and her two mates. But I did the smoke plume and stuff, which is pretty fun. Used some inks. Went back and watched the Nid list review. My favourite thing about Zone Focus is the ability to do D3 anti-infantry shots or one-shot lethal last kind of shots. Yeah, they're very good, very, very good options. Put a line of masking tape around the area that the camera can see so you know where you're at. I used to do that, yeah, that's true. Problem is the camera moves sometimes. It all depends on the zoom, which is never perfect. But anyway, this was really fun. Really enjoyed doing this. This song is a banger. It's from Xenoblade, mate. Battle Timer 3. So that was fun, painting Bo and her friends. And then I painted some clones as well. Yeah, I posted these on Instagram because I haven't actually recorded any of it. I might do, because I quite enjoyed... I did some glazing, which is quite nice. So you can see on his shoulder pad here. I did like some glazing. So this is just like, basically I painted it blue and then I just like added loads of washers on top essentially. Which is quite nice. So it's kind of like a Zerman blue and Black Templar, I think. Or Black Templar. Black Templar, it's got a bit more blue in it, which is quite nice. But essentially, I glazed it. But essentially, I painted really thin contrast over it multiple times. And it came out really nice, I think. I'm not super happy with the helmet markings, but it looks good enough, I think. So that was fun, painting that one as well. And again, I know not many people play Star Wars. I'm going to make a bit of Star Wars content because it's a really fun game. But that's pretty much the crux of it, to be honest. And then I've been painting Ahsoka. So I've been doing the same thing with the glazing on the armor panels. So I've just got a few more layers to do. This is what I started painting last night, to be fair. And just come out alright, to be honest. Ahsoka's really cool because whenever someone gets damaged, she just runs and hits them, which is quite funny. Is it just Star Wars Kill Team? Yeah, it's like Star Wars. Essentially, that's the vibe of it. It's big Kill Team. There's a lot of depth to it, which is really nice. But yeah, it's essentially Kill Team. But yes, I've been painting her last night, and she's been quite fun. It's just been a nice change of paint to paint something a bit different because you look at the scale difference, you know, which is quite nice. Yeah, like even like just a lowly stormtrooper. Just much taller. It's just a really nice change of pace. And yeah, like the game system works really well, which is cool. Star Wars skin for Marvel Crisis Protocol. Now I haven't really played Crisis Protocol, but that's what it sounds like. Yeah. But been using a bunch of toothing coats pet range. They've been pretty fun. I've been quite enjoying these ones. Should be some interesting toothing coats news on the channel soon. Lowly Stormtrooper, how dare you? I know, Captain Rex, Lowly Stormtrooper. Anyway, my thumbnail is, I never use this product. Never ever use this product. This is the grossest product you can buy, because AK a trash company. So, what I recommend is to use MIG Streaking Grime. Very good product, very cool company. Very epic company. There's the thumbnail. Completed it, mate. Completed it. No one asked. You did very well. There you go. So we're going to do some streaking grime on this guy. It's actually just contrast, pretty much, and then a few highlights. But yeah, I get in the blonde tips like me. Because I had to. It's been quite fun to paint, actually. But yeah, there's this. I painted this one, and a bunch of other people have painted the other ones. Corporate wants you to tell the difference between these two streaking grimes. Right, one of them, really bad company. One of them, really great company. And one of them, consistent as well. The thing is with MIG, like Ammo by MIG, is that they haven't changed the recipe in years. Whereas AK recently changed it. And they're just a trash company. I just wanted to tell everybody again. I need an old toothy brush. This is gonna be a retired brush, I think. So it's an enamel wash essentially. So like it's dog shit for brushes, which is really counterproductive. One of them you can use for Holocaust dioramas, you can use on any models, literally. Have you boycotted AK? I boycotted AK for a while. Literally every time I'm like, oh yeah, I don't use that because it's AK, and someone's like, why? It's like the same reason I said last time. I'm not a fan of glorifying one of the biggest atrocities in modern history. Both of them Spanish. I mean, it's fine. Doesn't matter where they're from. Don't be a prick. You know? Now, you've got streaking grime, but they also do dark streaking grime, which I picked up from Spence painting. The dark streaking grime is like more of a green colour compared to like a brown. Streaking grime is brown. Like track wash. But like dark streaking grime is actually green. It's a completely different colour. But that might be good for the base because it's like I'm going for like a woodland type base thing, as you can see. But yeah, this is essentially slap chopped, and then I highlighted it because that's like a slap chop. I find it really like for like one-off projects. It's a really good way to kind of just like get base colours down. You know, like get some colours down, slap them on. You kind of see where the details are. You put some colours down, and you kind of like paint by numbers, and then you go, that colour combo works, and now I'm going to highlight it all and then wash it again. So like this is like one contrast. It's like croak green, I think. But then I've washed it a Athonia green shade or camo shade or whatever it's called, and then I've highlighted it, you know. But it was essentially slap chop. You can see like some of the graininess. You see some of the black there, you know. And then the arms as well, slap chopped it, Gulliman flesh, but then I've gone in and highlighted it. So it's a really nice way to just get some colours, some basic colours down, which is cool. Why don't I like AK? Because they glorified the Holocaust with a book that said, if you don't like our book, you're just too soft. You're just too soft. That we show you how to make perfect gas chambers. Nah, mate, I'm alright. I have another Shrieking Grime. This one's like full. This is like brand new, I think. Or maybe it's not. Anyway, so if you're not used Shrieking Grime, here's how you use Shrieking Grime. I've used it in airbrush before. Use an old airbrush. It's great. But essentially, it's just an all-over wash. Goodbye, whatever your name. What did we work out what this guy's name was? We probably should have. But Slap Chop is great for doing stuff like this as well, because you just want to get colours down before you go and wash all over, which is going to add your depth and your coolness and your grim dark back to it. It's cold. Thanks, mate. So just slapping it all over the model, and then it's like a reductive process. So we put it all on, and then we take it all off the higher parts, and then we just get like a cool wash, grimy effect. You could have called it done there with what I've painted, but some of it's very basic. Because some of it I ain't even bothered painting. Like he's got a scabbard back there, just didn't bother, just completely forgot. I've got some steaming grime and dark streaking grime, but never use it as I'm a coward and only slap chop anyway. Or are you doing both? Yes, I've slap chopped it basically. I've done some extra highlights here and there, but yeah, I'm going to be using both streaking grime and dark streaking grime. But I'm going to put brown down. It's actually over a contrast paint as well. But yeah, this model was essentially slap chopped, and then I've gone and done a bit of extra work. Just make sure I've got it all covered. Especially like in the recesses underneath where you can't see stuff. That's the best place to put streaking grime. Did you varnish? No. Let the model cure. You do have to be careful. You probably should varnish. But I didn't bother. I'm going in with some dark streaking grime. This is green. This is dark green. Look at the colour difference. So we just put on brown. This is dark streaking grime. So I thought it was going to be black. But it's not. It is green. It's like a completely different colour to what I was expecting. Now I'm going to put some of this on the base and just kind of mix it together to get a really gross look. Because it's like a woodland, you know, where they are, I think. I'm going to put a bit on. It's mixing a bit too much for my liking. So what I'm probably going to do is dry it off and then put some more on. So just put a bit in, just to mix it up. Actually around the bottom of him. So I'm going to dry it off with a hairdryer. Make sure you don't knock this over. I'm going to put the lid back on this first. Probably for the best. Looking forward to seeing this, and I think it'd grind up on my guard. It can work if you do armies. It looks great. Cool, so I dried it up a bit there. Not fully dried it because I don't want to like cake it on and like not be able to remove it. Because once I did have a bad batch and it didn't come off. So just gonna add some dark recess down here again. But essentially what we're gonna do is gonna paint it on and then reactivate it with enamel thinners. It's actually putting this one on is reactivating the layer underneath again, which is kind of fun. We'll put some on his cloak, why not? We'll put some on his knife, I guess. On his legs more. Put some more on the base. That'll probably do. That'll do. I would use oils, but I'm lazy. Oils are fun. This is very similar to using oils, to be fair. It's probably not, but I think like enamels are like a type of oil. So now what I'm going to do is just start brushing it around to make sure it's not like pulling too much in the wrong place. You know, up his back is quite nice. We're just going to smooth it out a little bit. Like here, I don't want too much on there. So I'm just going to just push it around. Now, I've not washed my brush. You should make sure you don't put it in water while you're doing this, because they will not mix. But when I'm ready, I'll get the enamel thinners out, and I'll either use a cotton bud, or I'll continue using this brush, and we'll just brush it off all the top surfaces. But all I'm doing is trying to brush the top surfaces, just so it doesn't stain in the wrong place, you know? I don't want like big clumps of it on like a top surface because it's the top. I want it all down the bottom. Like here, that's probably not going to have too much grime on it, so we're just going to try and move it around. Now I'm going to just put the excess on there and move it around a little bit. You know? And this is all while it's drying, so we just don't want it to pull in some weird places. But anywhere that's like a top surface, we're just going to take some of the excess off. That's all fine. And like there's a bit lumpy on the top of his hand, so we'll just like smear a bit of that off. You don't have to be too precise right now. All we're doing is like kind of like when you got like a wash, there's like clumps up in one area. You kind of soak it up with your brush. We're doing the exact same thing. We're just on the top surfaces, and then we'll leave that to dry. Now we're going to dry it off. I've used these oils these streaking guides quite a lot, sorry, because I used it on my iron hands for GW when I did that. I'll get an example. So this guy was streaking grind back in the day, as you can tell. And I also did it for the Dark Souls box that I did, which is nearly Halloween, so I should probably finish that video that I said I was going to do. Is this alcohol? No, it's enamel based. It's kind of like an oil. It's all enamel. Cool. I actually found your channel because of the Iron Hand and then Painting Phase interview. Oh, nice. That's cool. Look at you now. Look at you now, mercenary. Look how far you've come. So now we're just using some odorless thinners. And we're just going to try and like wash it off some of the more top surfaces. So I'm going to roll it over the edge with just a damp cotton bud. I'm going to like roll over the top surfaces to bring back some of the colour, because obviously it's just brown in a minute. So some of the topmost surfaces, we're just going to roll it down. If we don't really like it, we can wipe, but we do have to be careful because we didn't varnish the model. So if we wipe, we do have a chance of like breaking the paint underneath. But if you're very gentle, you should be okay. You know? But by rolling it, what we're doing is we're like squeezing out the enamel thinner. The enamel thinner is going to just make it all run off, you know? And that's what we're going for. Now on the face, be a bit more... Get in there a bit. But like, what we can do is by rolling, as I said, we're like squeezing out the thinner. You know, we can roll it up and down that bit, because that's going to be on top. Up and down this bit. And then we can see there's some marks, so we'll wipe them away. And it's as easy as that, to be honest. So streaking grime is very easy. It does give you a very particular look when you do it in this way. Because the reason you have streaking grime is to just make rust marks. But for grimdark painting, it's really good for doing like sort of this thing. Where it's like really quick and easy. You can get a very quick, nice looking paint job. That is like, oh, it's grimdark, that's cool. Like what that means, no one really knows. But you get like a cool, quite nice shading on the model. And it kind of like helps just tie it all together. Like, again, this is all like just contrast and a few highlights. And now I've got like a quite cool looking piece just by just slapping a wash all over, basically. And then the nice thing is you can take it off and put it back on as much as you like, as long as you're careful. Like on the cape, I'm just trying to do streaks down to be like, this is dirt. It's dirty. Dirty cape, you know? I'm trying to very lightly brushing it down. And the more I use the cotton bud, the more it's going to pick up, which means when I streak, it's actually not going to take it all away. It's actually going to leave marks. But that's actually quite good if you're trying to get like a dirty look, you know? I'm trying to like make marks into it to be like, look, this is mud that's like swiped all over it. Do you not find cotton bud leaves little fibers? Maybe I'm too heavy-handed, but I use makeup sponge. Q-tip things, avoid fibers. Yeah, you can. With like certain cotton buds, if they're cheap, these are cheap ones to be fair. You can get like fibers, but that's why you roll as well, rather than like drag. Because if you drag, if you catch on a model, as you can see, like there, if you catch on a pointy bit, it's going to drag it all out, and that's why the fibers come out. Whereas if you roll instead, you're less likely to do that. You know, that's why the roll technique is quite good as well, because you're more likely to, you're not going to catch it. You know, you're rolling over, so you're not, the fibers are going to stay in the cotton bud. Like, yeah, you can use makeup sponge. Like, I got makeup sponges as well. I bought like a, if you're in the UK, Home Bargains gang. I bought like a box of offcuts. It was like £1. You can use polishing cloths. Yeah, I've just finally picked up some polishing cloths. You can use that as well. For big tanks and stuff, I'd recommend a makeup sponge, polishing cloths and stuff like that. But for a single model, cotton buds are fine. Again, just don't drag everywhere. If you start dragging everything, then it's gonna leave fibers. But if you're careful, do the rolling technique. Again, you're squeezing out the thinners, so it's gonna push all the streaking grime down the model, which is cool, which is fun. And also you're less likely to pull the fibers out of the cotton bud. Okay, again, there's so many details. If I dragged it down along those buckles, all it do is just tear up the cotton bud, you know? And then that's when you get fibers everywhere. Because all we're doing, we're pushing thinners out on the top, which is forcing all the thinner down because gravity. Love a bit of gravity now and then, you know, it's pretty handy. By rolling it and pushing it down, it's pushing all the thinner down, which is activating all the grime down, which is creating streaking effect. And everybody has cotton buds. You know? We know we shouldn't, but we all clean our ears with them, you know? That's what we do. That's how it goes. He's got a bunch right in his neck, so I'm going to try and absorb some. Well, obviously, it's been catching in his cape bit. So I'm just going to dab, just to try and catch some of the excess. Might use another one. For extra effect, reuse your cotton bud. No. I shan't. There, I'm just dabbing now. This is a clean one. I'm just trying to pick up the excess thinners and grime and stuff that's all wet now. I don't really like how that looks, so I'm going to take it off here by swiping. Now, do be careful when you do this, as I mentioned, but now it's got like, it just looks mucky rather than like, there's a big lump of it there for some reason. What do you reckon? That's alright, isn't it? So now what we can do is when it's fully dry, you can go back and highlight it if you want. You can leave it there if you want. You get cool gross effect. Looks cool. But you can always highlight it as well and add some more highlights back in. You just got to make sure it's fully dry because the enamel, again, it's like an oil. An oil. So it like doesn't let you paint properly. The grime on his collar is from the foundation. Yeah, like fucking teenage girls at school. They got all the foundation. It stops at their neck and then their collars is just like covered in orange. I always enjoy this because I'm not good enough with paint to do this, so it's cool to watch someone else do it. The thing is with painting is a lot of it is just trial, you know? I feel like I'm like a lot of my painting, I'm not going to call it talent. I don't think it is. A lot of my painting that I enjoy is like just copying what other people do. I very much enjoy copying what other people do and doing it. So I feel like I'm a bit more like a jack of all trades type painter rather than like a really good painter, because I just look at other people's styles and copy them. Like I can do heavy metal style, I can do like streak and grime, I can do slap chop, and it's just like it's just having a go, you know. And that's the other way you can learn. Like I did glazing on the Stormtrooper. I've never done glazing before. That was really fun. Never done it before. Don't know why. It's great. It's really fun. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like you could just give it a go and try it and see what happens. There's loads of videos out there. That's all the other way I learn. But yeah, it's just trying it out and see what happens. That's the main thing you can do. I can easily replicate many various styles of painting. I have no talent, Mikey. No, I don't think it's talent. I think it's just fucking monkey see, monkey do, you know? I think that's what it comes down to. Just look at what other people are doing and copying it. Watching a video and be like, I can buy the same product that they've got and do the same thing and see what happens. Decent, definitely suits Gaunt's Ghost. I thought it might. Nice change of pace as well. Because I paint so many Space Marines, it's not, sometimes it is nice to do something a little bit different. I've got some moss shit I can try out. Lads, here's a question. Lads and ladies. If I started putting element affiliate links into products I use on stream, would you buy them? Or any company affiliate links. Do you buy stuff if I'm like, I'm using this. Here's a link. Would you buy it there and then? I know like some people do. What's the general consensus? That's a talent, my man. Nah, it's not. Monkey see, monkey do isn't a talent. It's just doing a thing. I'll if you get kickback. Yeah, I'd only put one in there for a kickback. As, you know, as brutal as that sounds. I'd put one in there for a kickback. That'd be the other reason. Because I do it with Amazon. And Amazon, like for 3D printing and stuff like that, they seem to do alright. So I'm wondering if I do like the same. That doesn't mean I'm be sponsored by Element or anything. It just means, that if you wanted something on stream, if you did buy it, I'd get something back for it. It would be quite nice. It'd be nice for me, obviously, if you're buying it anyway, and I'm like, here, buy this product, and it's like you just go and buy it, and I'm just helping out with the companies, which is fine. But there's obviously a way you can kick back with me. Loads of other people do it, and I've never done it because as soon as people get an affiliate link, they think they're sponsored, which is not the same. Because I probably have multiple affiliate links. If it's like a product from a shop that, like, for example, Element didn't have, I'd just promote the other one. Because sometimes I'm like sponsored by companies where it's like, here's an advert. That's a bit different. But like an affiliate link, it's kind of like, here's a product I'm using. You buy it from here and I get money for it. You don't get any, you don't lose anything. I literally just gain from it. Kirif does it well. Yeah, Kirif does do it well. Probably, but it wouldn't be very often as my wife shoots about the number of painted and unbuilt models I have. It'd be mostly for paints. I wouldn't be like, oh, there's a pre-order this week, use my link. you know. But it's like, oh, you're buying from Element, here's a link to buy some more shit. I'm trying to make this moss mix together, but it's all like gunky. It's very gunky. The dirty down stuff's fun, but it's also messy. Get off my brush. It's all like gone gross. Maybe I'll try out then. Basically, 3 companies have all offered me an affiliate link, and I've kind of gone, I'll think about it. So now I'm thinking about it. Like a couple of years ago, I was offered like a couple of affiliate links when I was really small. But it was all like, you get vouchers, and I'm like, I don't want vouchers. Vouchers don't pay my bills, you know? As harsh as that sounds. You do have to be harsh in this sort of industry. I'm going to put some of this dirty down moss on. I've never used it before. Why not? Moss. Bosh. 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 That'll do. Bosh. Moss down. That'll do. That'll do. I don't know if you saw any of that. That brush is definitely dead now. The brush is donezo. I think the streaking, the dirty down moss is just solidified. Dead brush, definitely. Did that do anything? Let's try it off and see what happens. I don't know if the moss worked. I don't think I did it right. You can paint banging quality game pieces using only technique, not talent. Slap chop, contrast, dry brush to smooth tide marks, oil / enamel wash, pick out some highlights. You only need talent for display pieces. A lot of the time when people say I don't have the talent, they really mean I don't have the patience for anything more than a one coat paint. That's valid too. Paint the want, just paint. Is that relevant to what I said? I said I didn't have talent because I don't think copying other people's schemes is talent. But I understand what you mean though. Yeah, some people just get lazy because they don't want to try, but that's up to them. It's up to, at the end of the day, painting is a hobby at the end of the day. I wonder if it's for something like Streaking Grime and I want to try it if it's easy like Amazon. Yeah, I think I've used Amazon for a lot of things. Amazon give you vouchers, you can buy so much from Amazon, it's great. I think that's come out okay. That way. Super zoom, that's as far as I can zoom. I think that's come out alright, to be honest. I'm going to go in and highlight a little bit more. Like the red's really muted now, so I'm probably going to highlight that a little bit more. And just touch some bits up. Not that one. That's banging. Thank you. Very kind of you. It's fine. Is the right green? I don't know if I'm using the right green here. I just literally went on my palette and started using it. Maybe it's this one. Maybe that one? Yeah, that's a bit too bright, so I'm going to mix two together. And just squiggle a little bit here and there.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
A bit there, a bit there. Not fuck, just fuck about, you know. You know, just bring out some of those edges again. You don't have to do this step. I said you could leave it where I stopped a second ago. But I'm just doing a little bit more because it's going to be on camera. Oh, that's a bit wet there. As you saw, the paint just fucking evaporated there. It's still a bit wet in places, so I'll have to leave this to dry properly. You should really leave it a good few hours. You can see I'm trying to paint there. It's still a bit damp, so the paint's not staying where it should be. So leave it a few hours, but I'm on stream, so I'm just going for it. Yeah, it's still wet all over there. We use a similar colour on his chest plate bit. Like so. Probably on his gun. Home Bargains affiliate. Imagine. Imagine I got Home Bargains affiliate link. That'd be so sick. I buy everything from Home Bargains. One of the best shops in the UK. Game is up for shipping. I'm still waiting to hear back. Did I just paint over this with a fucking contrast paint? I can't remember. Bang, bang. Sorry about the hair. My apologies. Cheers, mercenary. That's looking alright, I think. Trying to just do a few more extreme highlights. Obviously, we've muted every color. I'm trying to just like add a few more extreme highlights just to like really give it some pop. But I don't want to go too much because I don't want it to look silly. Like bringing out the red's nice again. Armor plates. A very gentle tickle of some very close to white paint. Shoulder pad the same. Whatever these are supposed to be. I think the shoulder pads. And then I'm mixing some green again to do some highlights on the cape. And I'm just freestyling on my palette as well. I'm just kind of like mixing colours together that look about right. But it's a lot of green. It doesn't really matter how much you try. It's a guy who's wearing green. You know, with a green gun. But that's not quite the right shade. That was really silly. Those little tickles here and there, you know. It was really good. You've got a nice touch with the highlights to just make it pop without looking cartoony. Yeah, just trying to like add some interest back. Just trying to bring out some of that colour again, you know? Because you just fucking slap brown all over it, you know what I mean? So you want it to like, bring it out, back out a little bit, but just accent it. You don't want to be like, right, okay, we've done the shade, let's layer it all back up. Like, no, that's not what we're going for. All we're doing is just like, we've washed it all brown. It's all got a dark tint to it now. So some of the more interesting points, we're just going to bring it back out and just give it just a little tickle, you know? Like that. Hey, Luke, thank you for becoming a member at... Wait, Luke, have you already become a member today? Thank you so much for upgrading. Really appreciate it, buddy. Like his face. Look at his face and these arms, you know? Look at the state of them. They're all brown. Well, he doesn't have... He's not got completely mucky skin. You know? He'd, like, wipe off his forearm, you know what I mean? Sorry about my hair. He'd wipe off his face a little bit. So we're just, like, just adding a little bit more back onto it. Just to bring out some of those details again. Just so you can kind of see what's going on. And you can see it's a dude. You know? You know, like here, like yeah, a little tickle. Nothing crazy. Just something to draw the attention. And I'm literally just drawing lines. You know what I mean? Sorry about my hair. My hair's been really annoying. Primaris now considered the firstborn of dying. Thanks, mate. It's like Arnie and Predator covered the Auspex scanners won't see him. Yeah, kinda. You still see a little bit though, right? Yeah, a bit too much there. But like here, his hand kind of all melds into one. So we'll just highlight his thumb. You know, and then we'll highlight his fingers. Just to get that little degree of separation, you know? Just so we can see what's going on. Where else? Maybe a little bit here. A little bit less than that. A little bit there. Oh, is this after streaking grime? Yes, mate. Yeah, I was painting over the top. I mean, it's still a bit wet on his hand, that's the problem. Really, you should probably wait a day before doing this. But I'm muscling through because I'm streaming. Do I normally varnish after streaking grime? No. Varnish. There's so much like medium and stuff like that in the grime, and you can varnish. You don't need to varnish afterwards. Ugh. Did you sponge the streaking grime off the raised areas? I did, mate. Yeah. I used a cotton bud. That's right. Use stream as an excuse for your impatience. Yeah, quite literally. But yeah, you don't really need to varnish after. You varnish when you finish, but you don't need to varnish before you paint over it, usually. But it dries so hard, because it's got like varnish mediums type stuff in it anyway. Like the enamel protects the paint job. Because varnish dims highlights, but as a seal is good, what do you do first? I varnish afterwards. Depends what varnish you're using that can dim highlights. If you matte varnish, it'll look exactly how you painted it. If you use satin varnish, you'll get more reflections. I like to use a mixture of matte and satin, so I get like a ever so slightly glossy finish. But it's probably closer to matte these days. I started using matte varnish and I became a changed man. Like this one, for example, I'm probably not going to varnish. Just because there's so much fucking streaking grime on it, it's probably no need. Need some highlights for the metals. We use Old Silver by Darkstar. There, across there. Let's bring out some of those edges again. I've always been recommended a coat of matte, one coat of gloss, and then another matte afterwards, all through the airbrush. Yeah, it's quite a lot. Is it necessary to do the first coat of matte if you're doing gloss over the top? Maybe, maybe not. Like, I usually gloss coat after I've done all my airbrushing anyway, just to protect it, and it makes it easy for recess shading, depending on what I'm painting. But yeah, like one coat of varnish is like thin. If you put gloss on, then matte over the top, that's going to work great. Then I've never done it. Because, like, I don't think you need to do matte first if you're going to do that. If you're going to do gloss, then matte, then great. Gloss varnish is very thick. It's very good at protecting miniatures, and then the matte varnish to get rid of the shine afterwards. I don't think you need to matte, then gloss, then matte. I think you just gloss, then matte afterwards. But, you know, unless you cock up the varnish, more varnish usually doesn't hurt. Okay. I think I'm going to call him there. It's just the base I'm a bit disappointed with. I didn't really know what to do with it. I might stick some extra rocks on there. The moss hasn't worked very well. Why no to AK Shrieking Grave? Is it because they're Nazi sympathizers that make videos about actual genocide to sell their shit? Yeah. I highly recommend MIG. MIG is great. I can't find it now. I'll put it down somewhere. Shrieking Grave. MIG is an excellent product. AK, terrible product. Maybe some flock. I don't know how the other ones are based in. Yeah, there's like a texture paste on there. Did you do flat base coats before the Shrieking Grave when you put some highlights first? It was most... What the fuck? The base has just come off. I've never had that happen before. The base is just disintegrated. Well, that's new. First time I've seen that happen on GW. That was weird. Yeah, it's it must have stuck with the Shrieking Grave a little bit, and then the force must have just broken it. Well, there you go. 3 battle damage on the base. I've had that happen on my handles before. I've never had that happen before. That's weird. I'm gonna get the shit off the side of the base and then paint it black. One thing I didn't do was clean it up before while it was drying. That was weird. An excuse to redo the base. I don't know if I have another 28mm base spare. It's fine. We'll glue it back together. We'll be alright. Why pre-made product, not just an oil paint? It's because like Shrieking Grave's a little bit different. It's an enamel. It has like a grit in it, and it has like it gives it like a weird texture, which is nice. It's ever so slightly different. You get like a different effect. And plus, pre-made products are easier for people who don't like mixing oils, because oils are great, but they're like very limited. Can be very limiting colours. It's cracked on the other side as well. It's cracked there. What the fuck? That's so weird. That is so bizarre. And it's literally the opposite sides of the thing, so it's obviously the handle that's done it. It's the pressure of the handle. Yeah, that's so weird. I'm going to have to glue it back together because I don't have another 28mm base. Sorry, Jules. That was super. That's very bizarre. I've never had that happen before. But then again, I haven't painted many 28mm bases, I guess. If I can get away with gluing it, I will. I don't really want to have to snap it off the base. That might be why they redesigned the handle. That will do. There's the other side I'm worried about. I don't know where that bit is. That it? I think that's it. I'm trying to work out from the scraps on my table what's the base and what isn't. At first I was like, oh, is this the what's the enamel's done? But I've never had that happen before, so it must be the handle. Can I ship from Chode's butt plug handle? I think so. I'll go back to my cork. Oh, I don't want it to glue to my finger. Oh, I'm going to glue it to my finger by accident. There we go. Glue it back together. How bizarre. Managed it though. We need metal bases. Yeah. Well, I know they use these. I don't know where I got them from. I think a friend gave them to me. But this is just like a cork dowel and with blue tack on top. This is elite. Never again with the painting handle. That's so weird. I say I've never seen that before. I use a painting handle all the time. I've got a butt plug. I should have used this. Should have used this. I've got like 3 of these. Yeah, I've got a whole pot of these. These are really handy. So like, that's an old wine cork. Clearly, that's like a cork dowel. There's like a bit of a mixture. And I just use blue tack. And a trick I learned from Nick was to keep like some sprues nearby. And then you stick that to the side of the cork, for example. Not like this, but you know. Oh, I've got a fucking number. The door's gone again. Sorry, guys. I baited you all. See that? Baited you. Sorry about that. Yeah, if you do this, catch you waiting for it. If you do this, you can use a bit more blue tack and stick a shoulder pad to it. And then paint the shoulder pads nicely. I can't find a shoulder pad. I don't know, this bit. Use a bit of sprue and then stick bits to it to paint them separately. Ta-da. Anyway, lots of deliveries today. Leon to wash his hands, not quite. Right, I think we've rescued these. I think we've rescued it. Fuck me. Fuck knows what happened to this. It just fucking evaporated. No, I don't have any more 28mm bases. I had to nick one because Joel didn't send me one. He baited me. He was like, yeah, paint this for me. It's on a really weird base that people don't really use because they're new. I ain't sent you one. I always found GW base to be kind of strong. Yeah, I've never had that happen. I said someone, I think it was Shane, who said it's the painting handle. I've never had that happen, so there we go. That'll do. Now that brush is super dead. If only had a way to cut one from MDF. Oh, lads. Mate, I had a fucking best idea ever yesterday. So for people who don't know, I said it in the premium Discord, but I've been sent a laser cutter by a company to test out, and I'm going to be using it next week. I actually ordered a bunch of safety products yesterday for it. So I've got a laser cutter to play with, and I was like asking for suggestions what I should paint with it, what I should make with it. What if I made Warhammer? Because there was that video by William Osmond from like 7 years ago. I watched it again yesterday, where he made a bust of Vin Diesel with ham. What if I did it but made a space marine out of ham? Of thin layers of cooked meat, cut with a laser cutter. Oh mate, I might have to do that. Putting the ham in Warhammer. I'd pay to eat that. You can make Eldar made of cheese. I quite literally could make like American slices. But yeah, for the first one, I'm going to make some accessories for Warhammer, like little measuring sticks and stuff. But yeah, I think I might make a Space Marine out of ham. Cheers, Joel. I'm going in for you anyway, because I think I've finished this guy. He looks alright. He looks alright, doesn't he? I just don't like the base, especially because it fucking exploded. What base and shit have I got? I don't really have, like, forest stuff. I have a bit of moss. We could put a bit of moss on there. Hey, Crazy Dog. How you doing, buddy? Bit of moss. I've got some, like, rocks that don't need painting from Colourforge. Shout out to Colourforge. They sent me some free stuff. Bum, 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 bum. So we could put on some moss. We could put on some rocks. Spice it up a little bit. Because these are like just like rocks, so they probably don't need painting because they already look like rocks, which is very convenient. Very convenient product because they are literally rocks. But I haven't been instructed on how to base them, so I'm just basing them like Gaunt's Ghosts. Morning news, it's the afternoon. Well, it's the afternoon news then, isn't it? It's almost like I've been lying for so long. I mean, I'm lying forever. And where were you? You missed the morning news. This is the rerun. Where are my tweezers? There they are. Right, okay, so we'll get some rocks on there. Oh, that was a gross noise. Like the tweezers scraping against the texture of the rock was pretty grim. Yeah. I don't use these rocks so often. I probably should. Just sticking them down with a bit of warm green wash by TT. Yeah, that's what we want. Try that. Make a dirty green wash. We'll just slap that over the top. And shove that in there. Because it's moss, it's basically a sponge, so it's just going to absorb it. And then when it dries, it'll be nice and solid as well. Does help blend it together a little bit, because it's looking a bit bright compared to everything else. But by doing this, it's still going to be bright, but just more in tune with the rest of the model. The rest of the piece, because I'm an artist. Clearly an artiste. Like that, see, like that bit on the front compared to like the side looks kind of silly, but we can always go back in and highlight it as well if we really want to. Smash on the base, why not? Blends it all together. And I think that will do. I think that's my man, my boy. I think that's my dude done. I can't remember his name. Colm? Colm, maybe? Colm, come in. Colm, come in. I think I'm going to call him there. Looks mega. Thanks, bro. It's very kind of you to say. I think it looks fine. I don't think it's mega. It looks good. It's alright. A bit of streaking grime, innit? That's all it is. Bit of streaking grime. Made the base look a bit more interesting. Really accents the model quite nicely because it's like very similar colours. Snappable for an Instagram pic, I think. Shall we do it? Guys, Smiley, you're going to be in the picture. It's a shit picture. Why does it look so much better there? I'm trying to get like the same angle. They look shit. They look shit compared. Never mind. Looks ace, bro. Stop being humble, you talented cunt. It's just streaking grime. It's just streaking grime. There you go. Easy peasy. Right, okay. Hello. Right. That was fun. Enjoyed that. How long are we playing for? Like an hour? I'm going to have to do a earlier finish today because I'm going out with Georgie tonight, which should be fun. We're going to see Oppenheimer and then go for a meal. It should be fun. We're going out to have some fun because it's our anniversary. Georgie's been living in Sheffield for 3 years now, which is cool. It was really fun. So we're going to see a movie and then we're going to go for some food. So thank you so much everyone for hanging out with me tonight. Or today, even. This morning. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you to all the gifted memberships and the memberships in general. Thanks to Ollie Hall for upgrading. Thanks to Luke for becoming a member. And upgrading, even. Thanks to Big C for the dono. And then Mercenary Q, Big C, Mercenary Q again. Oh, Grant, thanks for becoming a member. Luke, thanks for the gift. And Mercenary Q as well. Thank you so much for the gift as well. Really appreciate it. Very, very kind of you. Very, very kind. Next stream is actually going to be Friday, which is going to be a collab battle report. We got a collab battle report in chat. It's literally getting arranged now. I had a message confirming it whilst I was streaming, saying something along the lines of, yes, I would be really up for it. Do you mind having more people? So we'll have a few people of us, which will be fun. So we're going to be streaming the game on Friday from 8 PM. That's the plan. with Jules from Live and Let's Dice, and also future game show, which is really fun. So, so yeah, that's the plan. I'm about to tell him yes, we can do that. So I'll be back Friday evening. I do have a video in the works with the cool microscope, which will be fun. I've printed loads of models and loads of different resolutions to try out. So yeah, so thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. We didn't hit 10, but I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide. Next time if we don't hit 10, I do have to quit streaming. That is just how the world works. I'm so sorry. But thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so I'll be live again Friday evening at a boys club. Okay, all right. So thanks for watching, everyone. I don't think anyone is live at this time because I'm the only loser who decides to stream during the day. We'll go raid Kyrios Wait Street. Oh, he's starting at 7:30. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. Riverside, thank you so much for the gifted. Oh, look at that. We're only 2 away now. 2 away. Considering we had 160 something on Monday, I think I can let it slide this time, chat. Okay. Next time, I'm sorry. I will have to just stop streaming. It'll be the over. I'll just have to just make, like, you know, good reviews of stuff rather than what I do now. I know it's over. But Riverside, mate, thank you so much for the gifted right at the end. Really appreciate it. We did make it to 8 rather than 7. I think it says 7. It's not caught up. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love you all and catch you next time. Bye.